What's happening, people? We are back. Another episode of RAOP. Y'all know what time it is. It is your host with an S on the end, Mr. Joseph.
All right, man. Your intro kind of shaky. I don't know why it's shaky today.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
He nervous because all the stories he been telling all these years on here about to get validated today.
About to come out.
I'll let you introduce the guest.
Yeah, man. Today we got my mama on the episode. Hey, man, she started off a little wild, so yeah, I told her before the episode that if I have to stop her and reel her back, it's just know.
Disclaimer: I am an enabler.
Oh, here she goes. Here she goes. So yeah, we put it out there. Some folks in our Discord, they had some questions for you and whatnot. So tonight, we're gonna put it all out in the open.
Okay.
All right. I'll let you properly introduce yourself.
I am Pamela Reyes, aka Joe's mom.
Mama Joe.
I am an enabler.
Man, why do you keep saying that?
They know why. They know why. He is the middle child, even though he's. I have 5 kids, 4 boys and 1 girl, but Joe is the oldest and the baby, and I am an enabler.
Yeah, so I don't even know what she's saying at this point, but we about to get into these stories tonight, I guess.
So you know a story I always bring up.
The one about the water hose?
Yeah, when he hit you with a water hose.
Okay. So
I'm gonna be honest. When he first told me that story, I almost cried because I just felt your pain, just getting hit with a water hose. I'm assuming it was cold outside, and the water hose was cold.
let me tell you, he probably didn't even tell you the front part till we got to the water hose.
Oh, let's get it.
I think I did, but
How old do you think you were?
ooh, I couldn't even tell you that.
It was elementary school, I know that.
Yeah.
So I was a single parent with 3 boys, and I had to be on time. I worked at Gulf Power, and they said that if you're not on time, you're fired. So I got the boys in the car. I'm zooming to work. I have to drop them off at Little Faces Daycare. What was the name of it? Little People's.
No, it wasn't. It was a We Care.
We Care. We Care.
Shout
we
out
get
to
to
We
We
Care.
Care. And Joe says he doesn't want to go to school. I said, no, you got to go to school. I can't be late today. I don't want to go to school. So there's these poles that they had in front of the daycare that held the where you pull up the buses. Joe wrapped his body around it and was holding his arms and his legs hooked. I totally blacked out, forgot where I was. It's on the street, the main street, like we could have been killed. I put my heel into the pole and I grabbed Joe by the belly and I'm pulling and I couldn't get him off. Finally, we fall out in the street, almost get killed by the bus, and this joker jumps up and runs through the projects.
Yep.
So I had on high heel shoes and I chased him like a maniac.
I knew where Granddaddy house was. I was like,
I'm running
I take
through the
these
grass,
back roads. I'm gonna
jumping
be back
fences.
home.
Couldn't catch him, so I ran back to my car, started chasing him in the car, and this is a true story. I couldn't catch him, so I said, "Forget it, I'm going to work, Mommy." So he walks to the car and he gets in calmly. Now I'm really close to being late, so I said I'm gonna go to my mom's house, drop him off. I get over there, my mom and dad are standing outside. I said, I gotta go to work. Can you take Joe somewhere? My mom said, we got him, don't worry about it. Because they always think that I'm exaggerating when I say Joe's doing all this crazy stuff, because nobody ever sees it. I'm the only one that goes through it, right? So I drop him off, and I get ready to pull off, and something goes kunk, 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 on the back of the car. I look in the mirror, and Joe's standing in the street with one shoe on. He threw the shoe and hit my car.
I don't remember that. No.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Why you
So
don't
I
remember
said, okay, all right, you want this spanking. So I was like, I'm going to whoop this butt. So I get out of the car. I start walking back to whoop him. He gets the water hose
Hey,
with the express sprayer.
I thought I had the 9 milli.
Up and down like 4 times. My mom and dad were standing on the porch like, I don't know what to say. I just got in the car and drove off. I went to work. I'm sitting at my desk. Water is dripping from everywhere. And people looking around like, what is going on? Tell the boss. boss. Boss calls me back. She's like, is everything okay? Water dripping from me. I mean, he soaked me all the way up and down.
I'm not proud of this story, y'all. Just let me just put that out there.
So I don't even know when Joe became the runner, but he would run at school too. Run from the
Had them
principal.
scats. Pop, pop, pop.
She would be chasing him through the neighborhood. Then they want to talk to me about why does he run? Like I knew. I have no idea. So yeah, that's just baby Joe.
Yeah.
This one, I think you said like the whole family had ganged up and whooped you.
I don't know. It might have been that. Did you call Mike after that?
So this is what happened with the whooping. I don't even know what he did, but it was off the chain. So I decided I was going to whoop him with a belt because it hurts my hand. You couldn't whoop Joe. Joe really was strong, so it didn't really matter. So I'm whooping him. And next thing I know, I hear boom, 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 police. So I threw the belt on top of the trunk because I didn't know why the police were. It had to have been because I was whooping him and he was screaming bloody murder. So when I opened the door, they looked at Joe and he was going. He pulled me to the side. He said, when you whoop him, do it in the living room because if you're in the back, they can hear you.
Y'all see this? The police giving my mama tips on how to beat me. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It didn't work. It didn't work. None of it worked. There was several of them. And so I had one cousin named Mike. Mike was strong.
That's the one I tell y'all, Roy Jones' friend.
Yes.
Best friend. Yeah.
He was a boxer. He knocked someone out when we were in high school. If I called Mike, everybody scattered. Even one of my husbands, because I got a few. But when I said, I'm calling Mike, he's like, I'm calling the police. I said, you better. Yeah, I called Mike. Mike just talked to him over the phone. He started crying.
Man, I was so scared of Mike. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was so scared. Anytime she mentioned him, I changed my whole attitude.
But I want to tell you about the time Joe wanted a toy in the store. So
She been itching to tell this story.
He got the little car. I said, you can't get it. I can't buy this for you. You can't get it. I want the toy. I said, no, I want the toy. I said, no. So I said, let's go. We start walking out. Joe breaks free and runs and gets the toy again. Comes back to the cashier. Want this toy. I said, no. Took it back, put it back. It was me, Joe, and Philip, and Evan. So we did this about 3 or 4 times, him running back, getting the toy. Finally, I said, Evan, pick him up by the feet, and I'm going to carry him by the shoulders, and we're just going to get out. So this is about the 6th time running back and getting this car. So we start trying to get out, and he's bucking and screaming, help, they're kidnapping me. So security comes. He said, do you need some help? Because we've been watching you. I said, no, I just need to get out of the store. I'm tired now. I'm breathing hard. We get outside, and you start screaming again, kidnapping me, help. We get to the car. Joe puts his feet in the doorway of the car.
You was acting like a white kid.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going
Where
on.
you learned that from?
I went to a white school.
Oh,
He just blacked out. He blacked out. I used to say, Philip, what happened? Because Joe used to like to punch people in the stomach.
Man, no, that was one time. All right, we walking down. It's me and 2 white boys walking down the hallway, right? And some black lady, I mean, far in the distance, you can't even make her out. Dude says, Joe, that must be your mom. Man, I just turned and whop. Bro, he ate that one. Like, I mean, he...
I said, Philip.
He fell
When
over.
they came home, I said, Philip, what happened? He said, I don't know. Joe had on the mad face, and he just punched him. I said, oh, you know the face? Because Joe's got different faces. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He got this face. He got the mad face where when he comes in, you don't look at him.
Yeah.
You just look away.
That's how you was Friday.
Man, chill out.
We was in here recording. He came in here acted emo. I was like, I know not to talk to him.
I was not acting emo. I had a rough day. I did have a rough day. I just didn't say much. You know what I mean? I came and chill. Now, when we press record, everything goes out the window. I put on the, you know what I mean? But
Did he fix it?
Yeah, he fixed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we almost broke his legs trying to push him in the car, and we didn't care at that point. So I had to put the child lock on, get him in the car. And we finally got him in the car. I had him locked in the back. So I'm driving home and I'm like, I can't believe you embarrassed me like that. I'm screaming. Next thing I know, he whoops his arm around and he's choking me while I'm driving.
Oh, Lord.
I scored off the road and I'm in the dirt and I'm like, hold him down, Evan. Just hold him down. So Evan's trying to hold him. I can't. I think I terrorized my kids trying to take care of Joe. I didn't think I would ever get married because he used to run them off.
I was strong.
Him and Philip, one time I had a date when I was a single parent. Him and Philip were in the house and the guy came to pick me up. And he said, oh, they're cute. And they said, we're baby's kids. We don't die. We multiply.
Could you imagine, bro?
I was like,
Now that I'm at the age to where, I can date women that have kids, it's like, psh, I would never be able to put up with nobody with a child like me.
But you know that bad karma gonna come your way soon, right?
Yeah, that's what I've
he
heard.
done spoken into existence now.
So, yeah. Glad you know.
Hey, so ladies, if y'all ever have a kid with me, you got to deal with that.
Nah, it's gonna be somebody else's kid.
Well, boy, stop. So, yeah, I don't know about that last story now. I don't remember choking my mama, but I'm going to let her have her night tonight.
He did. He did that. And then I tried to whoop him, and he twisted my arm behind my back. And he said, I'm a little bit too old to be whooped. He said, I'm going to let your arm go, but I want you to understand that you will not be whooping me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to figure out something else.
It was definitely a point to it. I was like, yeah, I've had enough of this.
Remember when you pulled the bat on your pops?
Yep, I talked about that one. I talked about that one recently, matter of fact. I told him I don't know what I was thinking.
We need a story from your perspective.
Okay, so he wanted to go to the dance on base, and he had gotten in trouble in school, and I said, you can't go. My husband had duty, so next thing I know, Joe's doing cartwheels in the living room. I mean, just flips. And then he comes up, you can't do math. Telling my secrets. You remember that? Telling my secrets.
I don't remember that.
That's why you can't do math. Shoot. What kind of person can't do math? And I'm like, I'm calling your pops. So I called my husband. He was like, I'm going to take a break. I'm coming. So Fred came in. He's like, Popeye. He came up. He was like, Joe, what you doing? Joe ran to the back. Then he comes out swinging a bat. He was like, let me tell you something. If you are going to hit me with that bat, you better kill me. Because if you don't knock me out, I'll beat your ass.
He did say that. We took that outside. I think I just had to put on a show that day.
One time, Joe bought him and Philip Jordans, new Jordans. But he also taught them how to do a lawn business. Because, Joe come up with a business every week. So he taught them how to mow the lawns, how to mow it in a nice time. I don't know if Philip was better than Joe at the mowing or what.
Man, I don't know where this story going.
Joe got a job. So he put on Philip's Jordans and went and mowed the lawn. Remember that?
No.
So he wore Philip's Jordans and mowed the lawn in his Jordans and messed them up.
That's messed up.
I don't remember this.
You did that. You did a lot.
I know. I definitely raised some hell.
So he was hating on his brother, and he put his Jordans on and mowed the lawn.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Damn.
Why would I do that? And I had my own Jordans too.
I don't know, man. That sound crazy.
I don't remember that though.
You say it again?
That sound crazy.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that, and I'm sticking to that.
Joe, Thanksgiving, Joe jumped from the top of the stairwell. We were doing karaoke. He jumped from the top of the stairwell.
My mama had people over her crib. Man, this shit was so funny. I come home one day, like to her crib. I think this was like when I had just moved back from North Carolina, matter of fact. I come over there.
So you was a grown man when you did this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right. I'll take you by the kid.
This one was wild.
Right.
My mama had two big ass Cuban link chains just sitting around the house. I was like, I picked them up, bruh. They heavy. I'm like, what is my mama doing with these Cuban links? I called her. I said, Mom, whose Cuban links are these? Don't worry about all of that. They not yours, right? was like, damn, all that. So
He does that a lot.
when
AKA camera's gone.
man, whatever. When the I had on a jacket, and when they was doing karaoke, I just disappeared. I went upstairs and I put the chains on, and they was like in her room or something. So I
No,
went
we
in
were
there.
downstairs. And
Yeah, y'all were downstairs. I went upstairs and I put on the chains, right? And I tucked them under the jacket and I just had zipped that bit up.
You actually had on a shirt and you ripped the buttons and ripped it off.
No.
Yes, you did.
I had on a jacket at first because I was wearing it for a while, and I had just hid the chain from you.
Oh,
And then
it's the backstory.
when the karaoke come, I let her finish the story.
He jumped from the top of the stairwell down into the living room.
No, they singing for like an hour and a half, right? I wouldn't have done this if she ain't played Ja Rule. Where would I be without you? Bruh, that was my time to shine. That was I knew that record. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when it happened, I came running down the stairs.
You jumped
Let
like
her
the
tell it.
Incredible Hulk.
I
Coulda
hit the
broke
bottom
his
of the
ankles.
stairs. I think my cousin was playing
The piano.
Yeah, she was playing it on the piano, which is funny as hell. Matter of fact, what it was, I had taught them. So my cousin is like amazing at the piano, amazingly talented, right? And I think she was teaching my sister that day just some simple stuff. And I was like, all right, now I'm about to teach y'all how to play Drowning had just dropped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I taught them how to play that throughout the day, right? So I had them rehearsing it.
She took it and ran with it. She played the whole song. He just knew a little part.
Man, hey, give me my shine now.
Okay.
Give me my credit.
I'm trying to. When
I
you
was
jumped down,
leading.
there was a girl there with her boyfriend. And when he jumped down and ripped the shirt, he had a shirt on with buttons that I paid for. He just ripped the whole thing out.
Bruh, I'm talking chest out, abs just popping
In front of the family.
in
And
front
the
of everybody.
friends.
Her friend, whole family came over. I have met her like probably once before that. And yeah, like for hours ahead of that, we was just all chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had to really relax.
He appeared to be
demeanor and
normal.
whatnot. All right, come on. And then yeah, when my cousin started playing Ja Rule, I was like, yo, set this up. You know what I mean? And then when it came time, I came down the stairs, bah, boom. Where would I be without you? And I was just ripping myself out the shirt. You know what I'm saying?
The crazy thing was the girl that had the boyfriend there was like, is he single? I was like, you got a boyfriend? She said, I don't care.
It's
I was
crazy.
like,
Oh wow, you almost took his girl.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
What
I
they
don't
say,
get
the Riz? The Riz is off the hook.
I know nothing about that.
Man, whatever. Hey, my mama got an older friend, older than me. Talking about, how old is he? You know what I'm saying? What? You know, hey, I don't tell no lies, man. I don't tell no lies.
Guess what I said?
Huh.
Not that one.
Still the right way now. You know,
said not
beat
that
dog.
Not that one.
But yeah, you want to get into some of these questions?
Yeah. I was going to get into it. I was about to say you read it, but you seen his phone, right?
He told me about the freak neat.
Oh yeah. I told. Are you talking? Are you talking about?
I'm talking about his
the
phone.
shape
Oh.
of my phone.
Oh.
Yeah, she give me shit about that all the time.
We can talk about how many phones he's had.
Oh, that's just.
And I buy the cases. And I say, if you put it in the case, it won't get broken.
It be in a case,
Never.
and then the case break or it
I'm not
disappear.
sure what that is, but it's got. Oh, wait. Have you ever seen him texting while sleeping?
Nah. I ain't.
Oh,
All right, come on now.
I'll send some pictures.
Come on now.
He texts while he's sleeping.
I have had I remember one time I called him. It just happened a couple of times. I called him, and we having a full conversation. And they were like, "All right, bet." Then we hang up, And then like he'll text me like hours later, like, "Hey, did we talk earlier?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, we had like a 40-minute conversation."
Yeah.
And then he said last week he sleptwalked one time. He was sleepwalking.
That's when I was a child.
Oh, I could go on and on. Find him under the dining room table. 2 mornings ago, he was sleeping in the car in front of the house. I was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Okay."
Oh, man, look, chill out, dog. I took a little nap. You know what I'm saying?
In front of the house.
Took a little nap.
In front of the house.
I was safe. You know what I mean?
You made it. That's what I was thinking. Then I said, "Who banged in the garage?"
I don't know.
All right, dang. I want to take the credit for that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, is she trying to talk about too much on air now? Come on.
Okay, rein it back in. Give me the questions.
Yeah, let's get into these questions.
Now, all these are from the Discord.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody on the Patreon. Some of these questions are definitely wild. Let's see where we start. Talladega Nights had a list of questions. He got about 6 of them for you.
Oh God.
So
You
the
want to
first,
read all of them? I didn't read none of them. I just seen the Freaknik thing.
yeah,
Are you gonna read that one? He already told you about it, so you might as well go and read it.
yeah. My mama won't have no damn freak, Nick. All right. So, what was your favorite decade or era to live in?
The 80s.
The 80s. Why?
The music. One Nation Under a Groove. Sure. I had to dance for it. Sure. Dorium door. Dorium door. Dorium door. It was nice.
Yeah, that's an 80s dance. You ain't do nothing.
Never learned to swim. Can't catch the rhythm of the stroke. Songs were good.
Yeah, I hate
The music. I'm gonna say the music.
So you say you almost broke your leg breakdancing, so you was
Yeah.
You was
I could do
heavy.
the kick worm. I can wave.
the kick
Oh,
worm.
this is the best. I can wave my eyebrows.
Come on, man. What are you?
Can you do that? You hate it.
I can't.
Go ahead.
Nah, that was
See-
actually
see-
fascinating growing up.
See if
Like,
the talent's genetic. Go ahead.
nah, I can't do that. I can't do it.
Go ahead.
I always been trying.
Look at you
but
hating. You can't do
I
it.
can't do it.
I used to be able to tick them.
All right, come on, man.
It's a great conversation in the classroom.
Y'all see where I get my craziness. from.
Yeah, so I was trying to kick worm. I had did my wave and kicked it back, and I tried to do the kick worm, and yeah, my back said no, ma'am. And the knees too. The knees were like, "Arr." It wouldn't let me be great.
Question number 2.
Okay. Sorry.
Do you secretly have a favorite child?
Next question.
That's a crazy.
I'm gonna answer. It is. But if she did, it's gonna be my sister.
She is the baby.
Everybody know they
Yeah,
parents,
yeah.
Everybody know their parents got a favorite child.
Right,
It's kinda-
and she the only girl.
and
You know what I mean?
And you know when you're not.
Yeah. So number 3, his question number 3 was, did you ever go to Freaknik? And Talladega Nights. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you, but no, my mama ain't go to Freaknik.
I did not make it to Freaknik. I think it started in '82, and I was in California. And then in the '90s, they brought it back, but I was doing my own Freaknik, and I had 2 babies, so I could never get a babysitter to go. I wanted to go.
But I didn't know Freaknik started in the 80s. I didn't know. I
Yeah,
thought it was like a
I-
90s thing.
I did
I
hear
thought it was
that
I thought it was a late 90s, early 2000s type thing. So
Yeah.
Nah, I did hear that it was like,
It started in '82, and then they had to shut it down.
they keep trying to bring it back. Y'all go ahead and stop that because I seen the videos from the 90 Freakniks.
You
Some-
can't even do none of that
Yeah,
anymore.
some of y'all need to be in prison.
You can't do none of that anymore.
That's some of y'all uncles was wilding out there.
Yeah.
What's something or a company you would invest in if you could go back to being 20 again?
A company that I would invest in. Walmart.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Let's stick
Apple.
with Walmart. Yeah.
Oh, this your question, but I would say Apple.
Was Apple out back then?
Yes, but I don't know if when you were 20, I don't know if it was public. You know what I mean?
okay,
I don't know.
Because I'm gonna tell you, when I was 20, we were using AOL, and the mouse had just come out, and I was on the air with my mouse, like it's not working. They're like, you have to put it on the table. Oh, so yeah, I'm telling my age.
I don't know. I mean, my mama married, so I don't know why this question was even asked. But what do older women who like younger men find attractive?
My husband's younger.
I mean,
6
yeah,
years
but
younger. I don't think you really think about it from the perspective that they're younger. It's more about who makes you happy.
yeah, we know somebody that got like they younger than me, dating someone around my mama age.
So let me ask you a question. So how was it, like, dating? You had 3 boys. Being
It was
single,
hard.
how was that?
It was horrible because I always had to find a babysitter, had to break the news that I had kids, and not just one, but 3.
Yeah.
And 3 boys. And Joe would always be like, don't touch my mama. He talked through his teeth.
I gotta let you know what's happening.
What was your rationale? You know
What you
your mom needed to find love.
I mean, I was helping her find the right one.
Oh,
You wouldn't know what's the right one.
he would sometimes go and sit with a man at church, make me have to go and try and get him from the man, and the man be like, no, you can have a seat. It's always somebody I wouldn't want to be with. You know?
I don't know who you talking about.
Oh, you used to do. Remember when my mom and dad said they could help me with Joe? They said, just leave him over here for the weekend. We got him. So my mom took him to church. And Joe was doing too much. And the usher,
I've told this story.
the usher tried to come up and get Joe under control and touched him. And Joe said, get your hands off of me, you dirty bastard. Then my mom came and brought Joe back home. And my dad said, bring him on back. I got him. So he took him to a basketball game. He said, Joe's going to be entertained. He'll be good. Joe got away from my dad and started running around the court. Running in circles around the court.
I don't remember this.
People started trying to help my dad catch Joe. Somehow Joe got outside of the building. So they were all outside trying to catch him. He started rolling under cars and shimmying.
Man, I
This is a true story.
don't believe
Yo, why would
this.
you make this up, man?
Man, come on, man.
He don't even remember. I had about 3 jobs, and this particular day I was working doing hair. So my dad pulled up in the truck, and I said, "Oh, look, they're coming to visit me." Until I saw Joe's face, and he had them ashy tears. You know, you've been crying and they dry, and your skin's brown, so the tears are white. I said, "Oh, what did he do?" He said, "I can't do it."
Lord have mercy.
Okay, fire off another question.
Yeah, what else did we have?
Hold on. How did you know your husband was the right one, though?
Okay,
I know it had to have been hard for him.
y'all need to have Fred on the show because Fred is the one that's off the chain.
He called him before.
Yeah, he's called in once
Called him.
before.
He
Yeah,
called him
yeah.
before.
Okay, so we were set up on a blind date, and it was a horrible date. And I was like, I never want to see that guy again. He was a jerk. He never looked at me. I was like, I should have stayed at work. Then 2 days later, I see him at the club, and he's like, oh, hey, Pam. So, oh, you know my name? We were just on a date, and you couldn't even look at me. Oh, I was nervous, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, I was like, he is kind of cute, you know. So then, next thing I know, he's like, I have to go to court because I got a DUI. And I said, okay, I'll drive you. Whatever you need, I got you. I drive him to court, and I don't even know if I knew his last name. It was funny because we get up there, and he stands up, and the judge says, okay, guilty. He's going to do 1 year in jail. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know who to call to tell him he's going to jail, right? I'm sitting in the audience like, And then the lawyer asks, could she come up, and she talks, and she says, okay, probation, suspended sentence, probation, $10,000 restitution. And I was like, oh my God. So he comes off, and he's like, whew, that was close, but how am I going to pay this? I said, I have an idea. He said, what? I said, we could get married. He said, what would that do? I said, you're in the military. They pay you more, and I got 3 kids. If you got kids. He said, you would do that? I said, sure. So we got married. We went from that one to the courthouse, and we got married. We knew each other 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And guess what? Today is our 22nd wedding anniversary.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, happy anniversary, man. I didn't know it was today, but
It was built on a crazy starter because he needed help financially, and I needed insurance for the boys. So I was like, let's do this. And then he called me. He was like, I'm going to be in port on these days if you want to come and visit me. I was like, bet. So I drove up to Jacksonville from Pensacola several times. And then he was like, you want to make this a real marriage? I said, sure. So we did it. And then he told me, I knew I was going to marry you when I met you. And I was like, I knew you were going to marry me when you met me.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yep, 22 years. Hasn't been perfect, but it's perfect for me.
Yeah, there's no marriage that's perfect.
No.
Right.
That's amazing. Why you never told me that story, Joe?
I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
That's an amazing story.
It is. I mean, I do talk about it from time to time that, you know, like you can find love in a short period, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
things can work out of crazy circumstances, you know what I mean?
So y'all got married and he didn't even meet Hellraiser yet.
Who's Hellraiser?
Him. That's what you explaining him as.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
Lord.
married?
No.
Oh, yeah. I got married. He didn't even meet him. Nope. Oh, and on top of that, not only did I have the 3 kids, I had taken custody of 4 girls. Single parent. So I had 4 girls and 3 boys. And I was like, whoa. By the way, when we went to the wedding part, you know, in the courthouse, he was like, when's your birthday? I was like, 1966. And he said, 66? I said, yes, dear. When's your birthday? He said, 1972. 72? So for a long time, it was like, I know you can't wait till I turn 30 so you won't be robbing the cradle. Like, but everywhere we go, people ask me, who's robbing the cradle? Even though I got gray hair, he's bald, he looks older than me.
All right, what we got next? His last question was, what was the worst Mother's Day gift you ever got?
Snuggie.
Snuggie.
Who you got that from? You remember
Fred.
who you got it from?
My husband. I'm not his mother, but he got that for me from the kids. A Snuggie. Yeah.
I think you already answered this, but Sam said, what was the turning point where you stopped beating Joe and had the family do it together? And how did y'all plan it? Was it just everyone come and let some steam off?
An intervention.
Or did y'all have like a family event after?
It was mostly an intervention. You know, I'd call my mom and dad first, then Mike, and then everybody would come over and take a little turn whipping that butt because my hands started hurting. It just didn't work anymore. The belt didn't work. Joe was tough. He got to the point where he didn't. The psychiatrist told me, don't whoop him. It's not going to do any good.
All right, so since you couldn't whoop him, like, what was the turning point? Because he had to straighten up somehow. Oh, he never straightened up? All right.
Come on now.
Damn.
So I think she's saying that because, like, I mean, I'm good now. Y'all see it?
He ain't in jail or nothing? He alive?
You never, I don't think you ever went to jail.
Yeah, I did.
That I did. Okay.
I went for a night, but yeah. Yeah, I made sure not to let you find out about
Oh my
that one.
God. No, he is amazing. You know, Joe will come up with a business and it's, you know, good businesses. He was a not interior designer, a clothes designer. He was doing his little paint thing. He had a studio. Oh, let's talk about the studio. So Joe comes in. He said, "I want you to sing." What was I singing? The hook.
Yeah.
So I'm like singing my regular way, and then he's like, "No, Mom, I need you like this is very, you know, like." So I was like, "Okay." I don't want to give up on my dreams to see my goals come true. If I gotta give up my dreams, I just want to see one through. Did it like that, right? And then I was like, I'm gonna be a star. In my mind, I was like, I'm gonna be a star. He put the little echoes on there, and I sounded even better. And then I said, wait a minute, what goes with it? Then I heard the whole song. Nigga, but nigga. I was like, I can't let anybody hear it. I'm singing backup on a song, but I can't let nobody hear it.
Yeah, she don't never gonna forget that song.
All of them. What about your rap?
What rap?
Picola.
All right, come on.
Cola. Every day and every night. I know all the raps.
I remember it was a long time ago. I had came over your house and Joe was recording, and he had like the studio. It was like in the hallway.
Yeah.
And he said
This
it
was
like,
what, base house? Off
Yes.
base house? Yeah.
I was in the closet.
I was like, who is that door by? He was like, oh, it's my mom's room. I was like, you just screaming at the top of your lungs next to your mom. I remember one time we was over there. It was like 3:00 in the morning. And I was like, whatever.
I just.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm always trying to get the work in. You know what I mean? So.
No telling.
Oh, if we get to the next question, we got somebody they want to call in real quick.
All right, that's a bet.
I don't know. Hopefully they answer the phone. Oh, no, they didn't answer. Go ahead and do the next question. I'll set it up.
All right, that's a bet. All right, so you might have already gotten over this, but Alonzo asked, what was your favorite childhood memory of me?
Your favorite childhood
Or
memory?
the funniest childhood memory of me.
I would think it would be that Halloween costumes where I don't even know what I was thinking, and I took those pictures.
Which ones?
I don't know what you guys were, but they kind of look like jail outfits. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I do know what you're talking about. I ain't never told that story.
Yes, they were like little jail outfits. They weren't meant to be jail outfits, but that's really what they look like. And then they took pictures smiling with them.
All right, I think it's ringing now. All right.
Yo.
Peace.
Yeah, you on the line?
Oh, Lord.
I'm on air.
Yeah. You can
Is
hear
mom's
me, right?
there?
Yes.
Yeah. How you doing, Queen?
I'm good, thank you.
Miss Lady, I ain't gonna take up too much time. Listen, I just want to give you your flowers for many reasons. Joe has said on air the battles that you've gone through, and then him fighting, and then you said slow down. But we all been warm blooded one time or another in our life. I just want to say thank you for raising such a nice young man. I'm not just saying that because he's my friend, but you've done a great job. He's creative. It's been a blessing to be, friends of him. Just podcast aside, being here, just being a friend of his has been great. So I want to thank you and give you your flowers for raising such a nice young man and for him just being great.
Thank you. I
No
wouldn't
problem. What
trade
y'all
him for
talking about?
nothing. Everything.
Oh,
Joe.
So far, we talked about the water hose, some of everything. This been pretty good so far.
Okay, well, I'm going to watch, though. I appreciate you, beloved, for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate you calling in.
No problem. And I'm going to talk to y'all later.
All right.
All right, Banks.
Who was that?
That was Banks. It's our producer of the show.
Yeah, Joe is very talented. There's so many stories, so many things that he does. He cooks. He makes cakes. He does so much stuff.
I'm a fool with that bakery now.
And pretty much everything he puts his mind to do, he can do it.
Man, you ain't never make no cake.
Boy, stop. Hey,
I'm talking about for bring it up here.
Oh, nah, I can't do that.
He
but-
looked at a cake in a magazine and then he recreated it. Had sprinkles all over it and everything.
I go crazy with the bakery now. Now, I did burn up some cookies recently, but
I wish I could. Did you take pictures of it? It looked like bread. So what happened with that was, got a little ADD. So he looked at 2 different recipes, and he forgot to put what in it.
no, I put
Butter and oil.
Yeah.
So when he went to cook them, it spread out and it looked like wheat bread. It's supposed to be peanut butter cookies, but it was like 6 pieces of bread.
Nah, I made 2 pans of them. One of them got tore up. I ain't gonna say by who. You know
By
what I mean?
you?
Man,
The snack monster.
It wasn't just me, but yeah, that first pan tore up. The second pan ain't nobody touch. They was a little tough. You know?
Burn them up.
Yeah, that was
So
my
good.
bad. That was my bad. But nah, like I say, normally I'm a fool with that bacon. Anything I fry, better ask somebody.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I have to give him some credit on that.
I made some burgers recently, man. Psh, I think God was whipping in that stove. You know what I'm saying? Like
He in there chopping up bell peppers, putting it in the meat.
everything, you know what I'm saying?
I was like, okay, what are we making here?
Yeah.
Angel had to give him credit. She said it was good.
Yeah, and they be hating on me.
Angel had prom Saturday, and Joe was in that coma sleep mode. I said, Joe, what do you think about Angel? How does she look? He sat up. He said, I can't see, and laid back down.
See, man, you gotta get up, man. This is a special occasion.
Bruh.
You gotta take a picture with your sister. You done missed it. Now it's over.
The graduation is May 30th. We're going to see what he does.
Come on now, I'm gonna be there and food. Like you making me sound like a piece of
Like a
shit.
brother.
I would hope you be at a graduation. If you gonna be
100%.
at your sister graduation, you might get to get that suspension.
Oh,
It won't be a
man.
freak bowl suspension, but you're gonna get a suspension. A bad sibling suspension.
Yes.
Man, I'm definitely gonna be there. Come on now.
Gotta wear a suit too.
Oh, you already know.
Oh, he going to come clean. That's one thing he does do. Like, Joe, where are you going? Just run down to the grocery store. Why do you have a hat on and a blazer?
Yeah, my grandma always told me, I don't listen to it though, but she used to tell me dress to impress. Cause you
'Cause you never know.
who you gonna meet at the grocery store. I don't listen though, but
I
she
mean-
used to tell me that.
Like when I do dress up and whatnot, like everywhere I go, I can put myself in an opportunity, like a position that can help me to grow or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I'm in work mode though, it's just like, man, I'm running to the store real quick. Let me get in and get out. I be trying to cover up and whatnot. You know what I mean?
What's the next question?
Let me see who asked this. This last question. Hold on. Yeah, I know my phone broke, so I gotta go through extremities to get to it. All right, so King asked, "Are we really related to Charles Barkley?"
Okay. So,
Oh, he said Easy E too.
Yeah,
I think that my mom has Alzheimer's. And she just creates these stories. I have not seen proof, but she says that we are related to Charles Barkley. Look, I'll have to do some research and get back to you on that one.
I'm gonna tell y'all what. If y'all met our cousins, man, we related to Charles Barkley.
Did you tell the story about when mom was hearing, about when your grandma was hearing voices in the car?
No.
And
Nah. You talking about the when I played the
Her phone Bluetooth connected.
yeah. So I had
Hey, you did tell that on here.
yeah. It was a while ago. Yeah, I did tell it. I had borrowed my grandmother's car one day. I forget why. I think I ain't have no gas in mine or something like that, and I was in Pensacola at the time. I borrowed her car to run to the store. So I run up there, and I connected my phone to Bluetooth and whatnot. I'm listening to, you know, my music. You know what I'm saying? When she got in the car, I think the radio happened to be on, but they were playing Drake. Did I say that right? The radio happened to be on? Okay. They were playing Drake, and I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to rob me of my energy. My grandmother called me. I want to say it's like 10:30 in the morning and I'm asleep. Like, I just so happened to be asleep. I think I had been up all night or something. I wake up. I'm like, hello? Joe, I think my car has been hacked.
By the government.
Yes. I'm like, what are you
Joe
talking
was crying.
about?
He called me after he gets off the phone with her.
What are you talking about? She's like, they got me. It's been hacked. I don't know. Are you in trouble? Did you do something when you had my car? I said, what's going on? There's someone saying, I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, and I'm gonna take care of these enemies. And I'm like, Grandma. It took me a second, but I'm like, oh shit, she's listening to Drake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, look, I think it's the radio. You know, it's a song.
We got some generational curse going on. Cray
Man,
cray.
I'm laughing so hard I couldn't even get it out. But yeah, eventually she calmed down and hung up. I called my mom. I was like, yo, look.
She was so upset and serious.
Call grandmama and calm her down.
Yeah, he definitely told a lot of crazy family stories. I remember the one she said your cousin put the hits out on each other.
Oh, yeah. That one was really scary.
I can imagine.
It's like a scene from First 48.
See, I know y'all be thinking that my stories are wild
Nope.
and unbelievable.
It
but
really happens. I should write a book. I should write a book. The FBI came to my job over one of my husbands. So I was like, I could write a book. I could write a book. I was like, the FBI is not up there. And I walked up. Where's the FBI? He was like, can you come over? I was like,
oh my God. Yeah. That's all the questions that we have. Like I say, I be telling y'all the truth. They don't want to give me my credit.
Did you do the Alonzo one, the funniest Joe childhood memory?
Oh yeah.
let me think of something that you've done. There's so much stuff. You know, when you have 3 boys, it's never a dull moment. Like, I had got to the point where I could carry all 3 of them at one time in the house. And if I laid on the couch, they had to stack up on top of me on the side. I couldn't watch TV in peace. And Joe was an ear rubber. So he always had to rub your ear while he was talking to you when he was a little baby. And I was just like, oh. Joe and Evan wrestled, and Evan pushed all Joe's teeth in. He had to get them reset.
Yeah, we were slap boxing. I told that
He
story,
pushed
I
all the
think.
teeth in. They were pushed back. They had to pull them back out, place them, and then what do
Like,
you
if
call
I
it?
ain't have braces, he would have knocked my whole
All of
bottom
them
row
out.
out. Yeah.
And it was ugly because it was pushed all. And anyway, then when he got the braces fixed again, he started fighting everybody and fighting all the time. I would look at the caller ID at work, and I'd be like, it's the middle school.
All right, now look. I told you I'm undefeated.
He is. They started calling and asking, could they fight him?
The kid?
Yes. They came
That-
to the door, knocked on the door. I wasn't home because I would have said no. But Fred was home. So he said, can Joe come out and fight?
No, this how it went. And this, I think my pops told this story when he called in. But basically, I had fought this dude at school. It was supposed to be like my 8th grade dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they send you off with, you know, all the festivities and whatnot. 8th grade dance, they having like an award show and all of this. I ended up winning smoothest talker of the year or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even get to go, right? So the day of the dance, this was when my mom had just got diagnosed with a tumor. So She was like, yo, look, I really need you to stop fighting, stop getting in trouble, you know what I mean? Like, straighten up so that everything can go smooth. Too much stress, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I bet. This dude, like, egged me on for 6 months. 6 months straight. Like, I mean, I ain't even gonna hold you. He was punking me in the eyes of the public, you know what I mean? I knew I had a mission, you know what I'm saying? I had put all my friends on. I was like, look, Shamir was my homie. So I
Oh my gosh.
I say, yo, Shamir, look, it's gonna look like he getting the best of me, but I need you to understand. Like, I whoop this dude for real, but I can't. My mom, you know what I mean? I can't get in no trouble, you know what I'm saying? So every time something would happen, Shamir be in my ear like, yo, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't even worry about it. So the 8th grade dance comes, like I say, for 6 months, bruh. He will push me. I have to turn the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, inside of me, blood just boiling. I'm like, I can't take it. I can't. So 8th grade dance come. He never put his hands on me though. You know what I'm saying? Like in a violent manner, right? So 8th grade dance come. He walk up on me in the 8th grade hallway or whatever. I had the best day of my year. You know what I'm saying? I'm sliding through the hallways, everything. He pull up on me at my locker. Shamir had the top locker. I had the bottom locker. I had the little drawstring book bag. He say, what's up, pussy? You gonna fight me or what? Shamir looks down. He like, Joe, don't even do it. Don't even do it. He ended up saying something, and I think it led to something personal, like, very personal towards me or whatever. Shamir was like, hey, man, beat his ass. I was like, hey, man, shit, today's the day. Put everything in my drawstring book bag, clenched it up, pow, uppercut. Boy said, oh. He saw the stars. I grabbed him before he could fall. Say, nah, we not done. Wow, wow, wow. You know what I mean?
Spaghetti face.
Whooped him up. I run, get on the bus, yada, yada. I head home. My mom got the call that night. Joe can't go to the 8th grade dance. Like, So.
Yeah, you made that decision or school made it?
School.
Oh, okay.
So that I'm grounded. I'm on punishment. You know what I'm saying? I can't go nowhere. Can't do nothing, right? Shamir comes over. He like the only person that I can kick it with, right? So we chilling in the crib, and my pops is there. These dudes come and knock on the door, and we like on military property, but not on the base. You know what I'm saying? So like there was a youth center right across the street from our cul-de-sac. Dudes come knocking on the door. Hey, yo, Joe, such and such across the street. And he said he want his rematch. He want to fight. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, look, I can't leave the house. I'm going to be real about that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna get on punishment to go and beat a dude up again. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you could tell him to come here. So I closed the door. My pop's coming down the stairs at that. Yo, who is that? I say, look, I got into a fight earlier this week. That's why I'm on punishment. Dude across the street say he want to fade again. Now I'm about to go and do this. It's going to be right outside. But I gotta go and handle this. He was like, shit, all right, I'm gonna watch. We went outside. I whooped bro up. I stepped inside. Shamir whooped up his homeboy. We got them up out of here. His mama come and knock on the door.
Oh, Edge and Christian.
Bruh, we was the tag team duo of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Your son beat my son up. And Fred said, no, your son came over and asked if he could fight, and I allowed my son to whoop your son's ass.
Pop settled it down.
What happened when you heard this situation?
I was upset. Because you have to realize.
You was upset with your husband?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because, see, let me tell you, Angel broke her arm because Fred decided it would be a great idea to put the skates on in the store and let her skate. She fell and broke her arm. And after that happened, one other time I took them to the pool. I said, don't let them jump in the pool. As soon as I left, he said, your mama's so green. Go ahead and jump in the pool. Freddie broke his toe. Mm-hmm. And then he told him, don't tell your mom. So Freddie's in the room. I go back there. I'm like, what's wrong? Nothing. I said, something's wrong. Let me see. Nothing. Toes about that big. I said, what's wrong with your foot? Nothing. I think I might have bumped it on something. I said, Fred. All right, go on and tell her. Mommy, I think my toe's broken. Went to ER. Sure enough, broken. So Andrew broke an arm 2 times because of something he did.
So you saying you was just mad because he didn't make the right decision?
He sees himself in you, and even though he's not bio, y'all like 2 peas in a pod. And then now we got Freddie. Freddie's coming up. That's Baby Joe.
Ain't nobody like your boy.
Yeah, he is.
Big dog.
I just can't wait till you actually do have a child. I want to see what the real Baby Joe looks like and acts like.
That's gonna be a soldier.
Because he terrorizing my dogs and my cats.
Man,
He
look.
love on them and then hate on them. They see him come, they don't know whether to wag their tail or fall out.
Can't stand them cats. That's for sure.
How many dogs and cats you got?
I got 2 cats and 2 dogs. He
Too
rounded
much.
all the cats up, and he had actually convinced. Well, see, when Joe is in the mode, Joe has actually like head palmed me and stuck me in the room, closed the door so he could get at his brothers. Yeah.
Man, what are you talking about?
You remember when Philip came over and he had your shorts on?
No.
You don't remember that.
No.
And you pushed me in the room and closed the door?
No.
And chased him through the neighborhood?
Man.
Do you remember when I had to drive from work because Philip called and y'all were running through the neighborhood?
No.
I am an enabler. Peace out. No, true story, true statement. I love my son to the bottom of my heart. It doesn't matter what he does, where he goes.
See, she making me sound like a bad person.
He can always stay with me. To be honest, you asked who my favorite was. I can't say favorite, but I could say most reliable would be you. You're my most reliable son. Oh, speaking of which, you were reliable to your brother. Remember when your brother got in trouble and you said, the phone call came through and he took the call. I wasn't home. No one was home but him and Philip. So he said, well, who is this about? I said, Philip Jefferson. He said, well, what has he done? Maybe I can help you. And the lady told me, she said, the conversation was so intelligent. I think you were in the 6th grade when you did this. She said, the conversation was so intelligent. She didn't realize it was a child until the end. He said something off kilter. And she was like, this is not a parent. She thought it was the dad, but it was Joe. Another time they came to fix the garage. Joe said, oh, well, Pam and Fred are not home right now, but if you would like to leave a message, I'll let them know that you came by and you need to schedule the appointment. I mean, he used to really be like, pew, pew, pew. He still comes through for me if I call him. He does a lot of complaining, but he will come through.
No.
And don't let nobody try to fight me or say something crazy because he wants to kill him.
She talking about this crazy girl. Nah, I don't play about that one now. This girl had hit a dude in the head with a hammer now. Yeah, so
Jacksonville.
anytime she be trying to threaten my mama, I kindly remind her like, hey, I will kill your ass now. I suplex the shit out you.
This lady locked up. She on the loose.
She's on the loose. She's done it more than one time. It was a road rage incident. It's on the news.
She know where the studio at?
No.
Boy,
No.
Stand your ground.
hey, trust and believe she wouldn't step nowhere near here.
She's afraid of Joe. She's afraid of Fred too.
That's good.
One thing I don't play about.
Put that fear in her soul.
Yes.
One thing I don't play about.
Yeah, you hit that dude with the hammer. Keep that over there.
far away now.
Crazy people know who to be crazy around.
Yeah,
you ain't lying.
See, he was caught off guard. That's why she got him.
He probably
He
accept
didn't
that.
expect, all that she did.
Yeah,
Who carries a hammer in the car?
Right.
that's crazy.
Bob the Builder.
Did you want to do your brother? You had on for to rate your suit.
Oh yeah, my brother was clean, huh? My brother was clean.
See, we had some other ones, but we just gonna we just gonna keep it family related this episode.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
All right, so we'll get to theme music.
Now, like I say, my mama making me out to sound like a bad person tonight.
He's
No,
not
she's
a bad
not. No,
person.
she's not.
Really?
But he does do better when he has a girlfriend.
Oh Lord.
Go ahead and get you a wife.
Hey man, one day when I find the right woman,
One day,
too
man.
mean.
You almost 40, man.
come on, bro. Don't put them years on me.
What's
Too mean.
What's the
I'm
craziest
too
girl?
mean.
Yeah, what's Joe's favorite girlfriend you had? I mean, he had. You just say names too. I'll say names.
Come on.
I'll bleep it
The
out.
best girlfriend for him was the one in South Carolina.
North Carolina.
What's her name? She was the best one for him, but my favorite was the last girl.
Ooh.
You know, I have memory issues. Yeah. Was my favorite. She was ride or die for him.
I don't know about that. No.
She was ride or
It
die.
might have been.
She was. And she was so sweet and beautiful inside and out.
She was definitely
She took time out with my daughter. You know, she was really good. I really liked her.
Damn, Joe, you messed that up, man. I'm messing.
Yeah.
So those two your favorite.
Straight and narrow. She had them perfect. But
Say
was
that
ride or
like,
die.
hold up. You say that like she had me a
Yeah,
chick,
sprung.
man.
She
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Oh,
Come
wow.
on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Damn. We're gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna drive up to North Carolina and fix it.
I don't think it's fixable.
We both.
Man,
You want to take a road trip?
We
both go up there.
We
And you can
doing
read the
that.
5 love language book.
We bleeping this whole part out.
You can read the
Matter
5
of fact,
love language.
We'll bleep her name out.
Nah, I want to bleep. I'ma tell you, I got the timestamp now.
I ain't gotta listen.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna bleep the name. I'm just gonna bleep the name out.
I'm asking you, please.
She doesn't even know the podcast.
She don't.
All right, hey, that ain't what I'm worried about now. Let's get into this.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the theme song.
You gotta rate that suit, my brother. You gotta rate that suit, my brother. You gotta rate that suit, my brother. You gotta go rate that suit. Arriba!
So it's actually funny that I'm rating my brother's suit after that.
Just hating on him. Wasn't you hating on him, or you was hating on the other brother?
The other brother. See, this was the perfect son.
Come on now, what you talking about?
He didn't prepare me for the other two. The 3 boys. The 3 boys off the chain. And then he gets mad because I'm too protective of Angel.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
We talking about the suit. Let's look at the suit.
So yeah, this my brother here, my older brother.
Nice suit. His phone not broke.
Yeah.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Like I don't get that enough. Yeah, nah, I love this suit honestly. My brother clean, you know. The shirt is festive, but it goes with the suit. I like the black handkerchief, you know what I mean?
He was going to prom. He was chaperoning.
No, I'm glad you cleared that up. 'Cause I was about to say what's going on. But your brother's a teacher, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. And actually he a girls basketball coach out in Dublin, Georgia, and
And a teacher.
That's dope.
yeah, but I only bring that up to say that he doing really big things with that team, you know what I mean? And
He was a regional coach of the year his first year there.
Oh, that's amazing. Salute.
yeah, so he doing his thing, man.
I bet that's a crazy transition. He's in Dublin, Georgia. What is there
It's
to
so
do up
small.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, I went to visit him on Sundays. They sit on the side of the road, the main road, like Blanding Boulevard. All of the town comes and they just sit on the side of the road and watch people drive by. That's like their thing to do. And then they all wear white and they go across from the road. There's a little park and they eat. And I guess it's tailgating, but it was weird. And they do that every Sunday, he said.
Damn.
There's no mall. No mall.
What's the closest big city?
Atlanta, but it's an hour away.
Oh, I'll be in Atlanta all the time.
He is. Wine festivals.
Yeah, I'll be in Atlanta all the time.
Yeah, he didn't prepare me for the other 3 boys.
Yeah.
They pretty much ran. But the boys prepared me for being a teacher. Because of them, I'll have my back to the classroom and I'll be like, John, sit down. Stop talking. How does she know? I'm a mom and I'm a teacher.
Has one of your students ever reminded you of Joe?
Oh, yes. That's my start conversation with the parent. Because one parent tried to accuse me of not being understanding of her child's, she said he has ADHD, but he was like, he cusses me out. He does all this crazy stuff. Now, Joe doesn't do any of that, but she said I didn't have patience. I said, let me tell you something. My son was a runner. Yes, I have patience. I don't hold any. You can show out this day. He'll always apologize. He comes back and apologizes. And he told me, he said, you know, I don't mean it. I said, I know. I said, you remind me of my son. Because Joe be just mad at me about stuff. And then he's like, Mom, I'm sorry. But, I said, don't say the but. Remember when I tried to throw you the surprise party? Did you hear about that?
All right,
Yeah, I
so
heard
check me
about
out. She said she had the custody of the four girls, right? All right, so we grew up around them. You know what I mean? We knew them since childhood, right? But we move again. That's
They're
childhood
friends.
things. We cool. So, my mom hits me on my birthday and is like, hey, I want you to come over tonight. Such and such is cooking you dinner, and she can really cook.
Now, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, depending if I had plans. Did you have plans?
No.
Yes,
What was
Not
your
for at
plan?
that time.
What was your plans?
just to go downtown to the bars and whatnot.
Oh, well, you could have went afterwards.
Man, I ain't want to go to. I ain't want to.
You ain't got no good excuse, man.
No, look. The thing was, I planned on linking up with Russell and them, and just being real, we gonna smoke
I had
chill
already
before
called
anything,
them.
right?
I went on Facebook and called everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't know none of this. I didn't know none
He
of this.
didn't know, but when he found out, when he came and it was surprise, and I had to decorate and everybody cooked, and do you think he was like, "Oh wow, ma'am, I'm sorry"?
Man,
Oh, wow.
yes,
You're
I
still
was.
mad.
No, I wasn't.
You still bring
no,
it up.
I wasn't.
You're trying
I
to bring it up right now.
Just to say this, she was upset at my response to things because this.
Because he was on speakerphone. She heard him.
I didn't know this. I'm thinking I'm talking to I'm like, yo, I don't care. Yeah, I probably went too hard being on speakerphone.
Give a damn about her. You always bringing her up, man.
I went
Oh,
hard.
wow.
I went hard. And it wasn't
Oh,
to
she
say,
heard it? Oh, man.
I wasn't-
I bet that made the party awkward.
dog, I didn't even know she heard it.
Damn.
I didn't know he was going to go like that. And then he was Evan was the person to bring him. He was stalling out. He was like 2 hours late for the party. Because he was telling, I don't want to go over there and eat no dinner. And Evan was like, come on, man. He called me up, Ma, I'm about done. I'm going to just leave. I'm on my way. I was like, if you're going to bring that boy here, And then he ended up having a good time.
Man,
Had
that
all
was
kinds
probably one of
liquor,
my best.
so they could try different types of
Yeah,
liquor.
Yeah.
It was fun. And it was your first surprise party.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I surprised you.
You definitely did more than I could have imagined. Cause I mean, like, I think you were working that night, but she reached out to you too, right? when I showed up, everybody was there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, bruh, trust. When I walked in, I definitely had on the face of,
I'm gonna slop this food down and walk out.
yeah, like I'm here for one thing and one thing only. You know what I'm saying?
Came around the corner, surprise.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
And then they went down to the club. So
Yeah,
Yeah, it was an amazing night. It was an amazing night.
that's dope. Cause it would have been just somebody randomly cooking for me. I'd probably been like, especially I don't really mess with them like that.
It ain't, and it wasn't to say it like that.
Also,
It-
if you don't know if you don't know if they can cook or not. Had you had it food
never,
before?
never.
Oh, okay.
So, it wasn't to say like it definitely came off a
But
lot stronger than I.
You gotta trust your mom though. She wouldn't sway you in the wrong direction.
and like do it for your mom because I
Yeah.
asked.
Nah, I'm with you, but yeah, nah. Sometimes I got to say no. Nah,
All the time, every time.
no, it ain't every time, but
I buy
sometimes
Little
I got.
Caesars. Little Caesars. The next thing I know, the whole pizza's gone. What else did you do recently? There was something else you said it was nasty. The next thing I know, can we get?
I don't know, man. What you talking about, man? So look, yeah, I don't talk about it, but last year was rough for your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm back in with my mom. You hear that I'm kind of on her nerves right now. You know what I'm saying? It's popping out.
Finish up this suit, man.
Yeah,
You ain't rate your brother's suit.
this suit here, I'm gonna give him a strong 9, man. This a clean suit.
What's stopping him from getting a 10?
I don't know.
You think if he had a bow tie?
Man, no,
I think it look better without a tie.
I do too. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 10. Evan
you go.
definitely clean.
There you go.
Definitely.
I like how he
clean.
coordinated the glasses with it because he has all kinds of glasses. He usually has a black frame, but he put the clear on.
Yeah, he clean.
Salute. There's been another edition of Rate That. We just gonna do your brother only. We
Yeah,
got some
man.
other people. We'll say they don't matter right now.
That's for sure.
All right, let's end it today.
You gotta rate that suit, my brother. You gotta rate that suit, my brother. You gotta rate that suit, my brother. You gotta go rate that suit. Arriba!
All right, it's been a fun episode.
For you, maybe.
You know, this has been one of the best episodes. I can't wait to clip this up.
Oh my god.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, you over here just spilling the beans. I'm like,
Yeah, I might have to doctor it up a little bit. Before we got to the suit, I'm gonna have to do some clipping out a little bit. But it came out good.
yeah, for sure. But I definitely appreciate you coming on, my. You know what I mean? I don't think neither one of us got nothing to hide. You know what I mean? I'm proud of, where we at. You know what I mean? I love you to death, no matter what. So
Yeah, I'm gonna be living with you when I get old. So I'm gonna give
you
you.
might be living close now.
No.
my-
No, you're gonna be the one that's gonna have to take care of moms. And he gonna be complaining the whole time. She knew.
Come on, dog. Look, one thing is for sure, I don't like cats. You know what I mean? And they be pissing me off. Oh
But then
my
he loves
god.
them too.
Yeah, all right. Every now and then,
He
you know
came
what I
in
mean?
talking about we gotta get rid of them. They can go under doors.
And I ain't say nothing like that.
You did. You said cats can flatten themselves out.
Yeah, they can definitely do that. But that thing ain't getting under none of them
You
doorways.
told me that.
No, I didn't. You making stuff up. Now. I told you before we started. Don't be on here lying. And y'all, hey, look, y'all know a
And,
mother. She gotta exaggerate the truth, so some of these stories got a little salt and
Well,
pepper.
and I'm
on
gonna tell
them,
you,
know?
I'm an enabler, but I think Amp's an enabler too.
Oh,
You've been
Lord.
his friend for a very long time. I was like, Amp, you do know Joe's crazy, right? He was like, no.
Man, come on.
I was being nice.
All right. Yeah, that's where we going with this.
Yeah, we're gonna end it with that. This has been a good episode. How was it? This your first time?
This is my first time.
All right.
You could tell you over here just, I mean, telling all my worst stories. You know what I mean?
No, I told some good ones too.
Yeah,
Your rap
some good
songs.
ones.
Yeah, you definitely told.
It make you look bad at all, man.
No.
Nah.
I'm joking.
No, I'm being real. You're real. You're
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
You're
you know
raw.
that. Come on now.
Diamond in the rough. I'm waiting on this big day when this. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen his rugs, but they are incredible. You can order them but with the plug with the rug. Rug with the plug. Yeah. Showing my age.
Again, I appreciate you, Mama.
All right. It's been another episode of Random Acts of Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube, youtube.com/REO Podcast. Patreon.com/REO Podcast, all that good stuff. And if y'all want Joe Mom to return, just let us know. We could do a part 2. With all that said, we out.